What's up YouTube? Today we are going to try and finish up the install with the last part of our CB series. We're going to hook up a meter and check the SWR of it. You want to do this just to make sure that your radio is operating at optimal frequency and power, and also so that you don't burn out your radio. I've heard that if your SWR is too high, you can actually burn out your radio really quickly. So we're going to go ahead and test this out, and I'll show you what I've got. So as people probably might remember, if you've watched the whole series, I've got the base unit mounted in here. I will leave a link in the video or right here, and you can go back and watch that if you haven't seen it yet. But what we're going to do is use this SWR meter. I bought it, God, probably close to 5 years ago and never opened it. You can tell from all the dust that's on it. But we're gonna hook this up finally, read the instructions, and check out our antenna setup. Here we go. Got the thing set up here, the tester. So got the cable where the antenna normally would connect with this jumper that came with the device, plugged into the transmit, and then the antenna cable plugged into the antenna side. This is your adjustment knob here. So this thing actually measures transmit power as well, which is kind of nice. The instructions say it can be used in a base unit or mobile unit. It can actually be left in line and you don't have to take it out, and it has minimal loss of signal. So I'm assuming this little antenna here is for the field strength, but we will get this going here and check it out. Alright, here we go. So what you're supposed to do is have this thing hooked up, and I've seen it done a couple different ways. The instructions on this one say to do it on channel 20. I did it on channel 1 and 40 to get a comparison. So we're going to try channel 20 and just see what it does here. So you're supposed to have it in the... I'm reading the instructions as I talk to you guys here. I did it once before. So in the forward position, so switch up and then key the mic and then turn the knob here on the side, knob there on the side until it reads set. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. So you start with the knob here all the way counterclockwise, and then you just keep turning it up till this says set. Then with the key still pressed, you change the switch from forward to reference, and that's supposed to give you your SWR reading. So I am way high, so I need to go adjust my antenna. Back here at the antenna, this whip antenna has 3 different set screws, and they're 3/32 to adjust the antenna length. What I'm going to do is put it all the way back in and kind of start from a factory reset here. Apparently that is all the way in. So they say to adjust about 1/4 inch at a time, and I'm just eyeballing it. And another thing is too, is you want to make sure that your radio is off, because if this is somebody were to come along and hit the mic while you're doing this, you might get a shock or definitely get a burn. At least from my experience with antennas and all that jazz, you don't want to touch them while you're actually transmitting. I know the little man packs in the Army can actually burn your hand if you're holding on to it while you transmit, and those are only, I think those are 10 watts. So this is less than that, but we'll retest here. Hang on. So yeah guys, can't get that SWR down pretty much below 2.5. I'm trying to get it as low as possible. I'm going to take it somewhere to see if we can get that any lower. I've tried a couple different antenna mounts and antenna systems, with spring, without spring. I switched out to a fire stick instead of the this guy here, the giant spring that I had in there. So I really like the look of the old school whip antennas. I'm gonna put that back on when I take it to him and say, look, this is what I want to try and use. If you got a better option though, you know, as dumb as it sounds, the look is kind of important. But we'll see what we can do. and I'll get back with you guys and get an update here. So all right, so a quick little update here with the CB antenna and all the tuning I did. I couldn't get it any lower. I think I need to go to actually a longer stick itself, because it's not a true 108. But if I can get, it seemed like I needed to make the antenna longer to get that Viswire down. But also, I added in this little grounding strap here to help ground it to the body of the Jeep. Seemed to bring down the Viswire a little bit, but still wasn't quite where I wanted it to be. I tested it with another guy in the Jeep club that I hang out with, that they could hear me fine. I've done some distance testing and it seems to be working fine. So I think I'm going to call this one done at this point and move on to other projects. So hopefully this helped. If anybody has any other tips, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Hit the like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time on Flatland Jeeper. Bye.